Well, G7 leaders have wrapped up their discussions here in Bavaria. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz using his final press conference to say that those leaders had signed off on three main priorities in their final communique. One included supporting Ukraine for as long as it takes. That includes military and economic support to try and help Kyiv repel the Russians, especially in the east of the country, where they are starting to make some slow but grinding advances on the Ukrainians. The second big one was fighting global famine, one of the big issues President Cyril Ramaphosa brought up when he was here as a special guest midway through the summit on behalf of South Africa. He said that it's really important for Ukraine and Russia to negotiate a way to get grains and cereals out of their region, and especially down into Africa, where prices are already increasing and there's concern that there could be shortages in the coming months. The final big topic that the Germans were keen to talk about was what they described as their long-term tasks, focusing on areas like climate change and global health. Now, we know, of course, some of those issues took a bit of a back seat at this conference because of what's happening in Ukraine. On the climate change issue, President Ramaphosa said he spoke to leaders on behalf of much of the developing world in saying it's very good to implement clear targets, but there needs to be some understanding that in some parts of the world it's simply not so simple to switch from one source of energy to the other. He said South Africa would continue to advocate on doing it in what he described as a phased approach that doesn't interrupt the lives of people, especially those who can least afford it. Now, from here, those G7 leaders will travel to Madrid, where they will switch gears entirely to talk all things military. Of course, Russia very much on the minds of many European countries. The main topic that they will discuss will be that increase of troop numbers in the NATO Rapid Reaction Force. They want to increase it from some 40,000 troops to 300,000 troops. It's the biggest number we've seen since the Cold War, and it comes as many European countries look at what's happening in Ukraine, grow nervous and wonder about what President Putin may be planning next. Trent Murray, SABC News, Bavaria, Germany.